Hey guys, so I wanted to check in with you and give you a short update. I was able to exchange the rental car for a rental truck. And so I got a 2025 GMC Sierra SLT, which has been actually a really nice truck. I really like it. Drove it out to Illinois to visit some family out there from the East Coast and back. So I've put probably 3,000 miles on the truck. And a lot of that was with the family in the car. It's been a great vehicle. I think I averaged, you can see here the dashboard, I averaged like 23 miles per gallon, which is really good. It's a V8 engine. So we'll take a look at the truck, the outside, maybe underneath the hood, see what it looks like. I don't think I'd ever buy one of these things, but they are very nice. This one drives great. No complaints about it. I do believe, I'll just say this, that a truck is probably the best family road tripping vehicle besides a minivan. But a truck has so much space in the back for cargo. And if you get a cover over it, it needs a cover because it rained a lot. I had to waterproof things. This rental truck doesn't have any kind of bed cover. But you have a ton of room in the back for storage, and then there's plenty of room in the back seat of a full-size truck for kids to kind of move around, stretch their legs, put stuff in underneath the seat in the back. There's tons of cargo room. So great vehicle. Let's check out the outside of the truck here. So here's the here's the outside of the truck. This is a 2025, so it's got the updated front end. Very nice vehicle. Very smooth to drive, very car-like to drive. I like this a lot more than my F-150. I really didn't think this would be much different than that, but it really was. It drives really well. It's got the street tire, highway tires on it, so nothing off-roady, but it's a four-wheel drive, and it does everything you need it to do for a truck. So I've hauled a boat with this thing as well, and it's done very well as a vehicle. So no complaints, excellent fuel mileage. I think, just a quick thing, these things on the Silverados and the Sierras are the best design of a back bumper for a truck. It's so easy to stand up and get into the truck without having to step up on top of the entire bumper. But this is an awesome design. I wish everyone would do that, because maybe they patented it, I don't know, but it's a great design for a truck to be able to get up in there. Let's check it out underneath the hood. All right, so here's underneath the hood. What I don't love about these trucks, I had a Silverado, a 2014 Silverado, and it was the same way. I mean, it's pretty easy to get to the spark plugs. You can see they're back here. There's nothing has to come off for those, really. It's just a basic cover. I can see them in the back there. So I did change these myself on my truck. It had the same engine, a less updated version of it. The serpentine belt, you can see are in there. Very easy to get to. The problem with this is, like, GM does this, is weird. You need a tool to change the air filter. You need a special torque wrench or Phillips head wrench, I think, on this one. It's that bolt down in there. You see that? So it's like bolted down. I don't like how GM does that. You shouldn't need a tool to change the air filter of the engine. These antifreeze engine coolant systems are pressurized. I had to do this at the dealer when I had mine. I couldn't do it myself because I couldn't make sure it wasn't going to have air bubbles in there. So it's really difficult to work on GM trucks if you're going to do it yourself. And for that reason, I don't really like the newer ones. Maybe the older ones are different. But these things are tough to work on, and you need a lot of special tools compared to a Toyota. So that's why I always like the Toyotas, maybe Nissan trucks, because they're just a lot easier to work on and no special tools required like GM and Ford do. But pretty good engine. This one has the cylinder deactivate, so it goes from V8 to like V4 on the highway when it's under light load. So it gets good gas mileage, but I think long term they have issues. A lot of people delete that feature and try to keep it as old original V8 as they can. So yes, it's a V8, but it's a pretty high-tech one, and I think it requires a lot of maintenance once you own it for a period past the warranty. So be on the lookout for that. Be careful if you do get one of these. They're awesome new, but I don't think they're something I'd hold on to long term past 100,000 miles. And I wanted to show you here real quick. You can see the rear differential. Let's get a little closer to that. See the rear differential? It's got a fill bolt, but it does not have a drain bolt. So you got to take that whole cover off, reseal it with a gasket, use Permatex or some sort of sealant in there. It's a pain to change that out. And so like the maintenance on a GM, Ford, Jeep, they all require that. And they're not like a Toyota that has the easy drain bolt. So I really can work a lot faster on my Toyota Tundra than I can on this thing. This is a pain. I know guys replace the covers with aftermarket covers with drain plugs, but that costs $200-300 for something that should come from the factory with a drain bolt to keep it easy. So be on the lookout if you're going to do that yourself on this truck. It's a lot harder to do. It takes a lot more time. Yeah, so here's the truck, the inside. We'll pull back here so you can see it. It's got a really nice high-tech interior. Very easy, very user-friendly for road tripping, CarPlay, all the different features. Everything you got down here. Built-in trailer brake if you're gonna tow much. One thing I'll show you here. Let me show you the trip 2. So this is my total mileage so far. I think 2,500 miles that I've done, and you can see the average miles per gallon is 21.5 for the whole thing. Average speed 47. So thing runs really well. It's no complaints on it. Has four-wheel drive and different features that it's got for like auto headlights and things like that. So pretty nice. The one thing I will say that I noticed on this truck that I did not like at all is when you're driving, the volume knob is here and it's hidden by the column shifter. So I actually didn't see, like, where do I change the volume until I had to feel around and look. It was hard to find. And then on the steering wheel, there's no volume control, which I found really weird. And here, there was no, I couldn't figure out a way to get, like, to just be able to skip and surf the channels. So I found myself having to go all the way over here with CarPlay over here. And it was just really awkward to reach for. I don't like how they did that in this truck. Toyotas are much better that they have like a volume up and down and a switch track or switch channel on the radio. So they could do better on this. This was actually really distracting to try to change the channel for audio stuff or put the volume up and down compared to other vehicles I've driven. So they could fix that on these and do us all a favor with keeping us safer with our eyes on the road instead of trying to fidget around with buttons and the center dash console. So, all right, guys. Well, overall, great truck. Glad to have it as a rental compared to a car, but I'm looking forward to get back into my own Toyota Tundra. Should have it back next week, and I'll do a video for that. So, hey, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for something to look at on a vehicle like this, let me know. And I'll try to do a video and address that topic for you. So thanks a lot, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.